Hi, this is Racer KK10R welcoming you back to more Real Racing 3 gameplay. We are in the 2018 Startup Walkthrough series, and what I'm going to show you is the breaking points for the Le Mans track. This is a track you'll be using for farming throughout when you get to the Endurance Kings and using a different car. However, the breaking points will change very little between this Ferrari and the LMP1 cars that we'll be using. First, I want to show you the braking points. This is pretty close to one of the braking points. When you get to the track, you can see in the top part of the track, top part of the screen, when you get to the track just before or right as it starts to straighten out up in this area up here, that's where you're going to be braking. You won't have cars around you at that point. Well, you may have one or two, but you won't have as many as here, obviously. But I'll be showing you these points as we go through, and then we'll demonstrate them as after we've looked at, we've determined where they are. We'll count that as a brake point. Use the bumper there for braking. Next important braking point is after this little zigzag, right about in here. Again, it's pretty close to the same as the first, where the track starts to straighten out right in this area up in here. This one is, you can go a little deeper into it and still be safe, so that's another point. And then the next one will be around the next corner. These aren't examples of the braking that I'll be talking about, but now this can be either a braking point or it can be a lift point instead. But as you're coming into this turn, oops. As you're coming into this turn, you want to take that point there, that corner, and you want to cut it off some. Either put the center of your car right over that apex or put the left side of your car over that apex. You want to glide into it or brake into it, but then once you get past it, as long as you're safe and you're not off track, you want to be accelerating. So those are the first points I want to show you. And I'll show you the demonstration of braking them before and some after, so you can see once you get to the turn what the results are. Okay, we're coming into the start finish, and what we want to do the first series is we're going to brake early so you can see what it's like when you hit the brakes too soon. This we're supposed to wait for it to kind of almost straighten out, but you see we've got to brake early and we feel like, oh, we got to hurry up because we're slowing down too much. Same with this one, we're going to brake before it gets to the straightened out point. You say, oh, we're stopping, we're at 80 miles an hour, we need to get more gas, so we've hit the brakes way too early. Same with this, we're going to lift right here at the sign. And it's very easy. We don't fear sliding off. We're not straddling the ripple strip. So those are all points that are too early. The next will demonstrate points that are too late and the effect it has when you get to the turn. We're coming into the start-finish line again. This time we're going to brake late and demonstrate what car behavior is. So you can recognize that you have a late braking point. Right after it straightens out, braking. You can see it's difficult to keep it from skidding, and you can't take the line you want to take. Straightened out, braking late. Again, skidding and not able to keep the line you want. So that's what happens. You can tell when you're trying to stay on track, trying to take the line from the far side away from the apex, then to the apex, and then back to the far side. You can't keep that line, and you're skidding, trying to just keep your car on the track or trying to recover from being off track. And now we're coming into the start finish again, and we're going to take these turns with what we may consider to be the optimal brake points, and we'll see how the car behaves. What we're looking for is speed in the turn, but not out of control. So just before it straightens out, we brake. We can turn in, we're still moving. And what I like to do is accelerate at the apex, or maybe a little before the apex, but not before we're out of control. This one we can wait till exactly when it straightens out because it's a little longer here. We still have speed, we're not slowing down, I'm afraid of getting too slow. And I can't tell you exactly where this is, I just kind of go by feel and aim. But you lift and go across the apex and go from the left side of the track to the apex and then back to the left side of the track. That's what you're looking for. Now, one thing I need to tell you is that, I need to tell you several things. I have all my traction control and all my other controls turned off. I have my sensitivity set to, I think, 7. I have to check that. I'm using tilt B, and I'm using a car that has absolutely no service. It's totally broken. So these brake points may change. They may inch in a little bit closer if you're using a fully serviced car. And of course, when we use the LMP ones, it's going to change. It's going to move closer to the brake points. Closer to the, it'll move closer to the turn. The points will move closer to the turn. And so keep all that in mind. And on the next video, we will go over the brake points I'm doing right now. Thank you for watching my video. If you'd like to subscribe, here's a button you can use to subscribe. And here is a link that you can use to go to the Startup Walkthrough for 2018 playlist. Come back and see how the video series continues.